starting his first pro debut tonight. How do you feel?
I mean, I'm very happy. I'm proud of him as well too, taking this step. It's been a long time coming, and he's been under me. Of course, he lived with me, so he know a lot of things when it comes to the boxing and the game of the game of the sport. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's gonna do. Of course, he possesses the power. He's a Wilder. He has the rich blood to do it, because that's going to be the main factor of him, because it comes with me. Does he have the same power that his brother has? Him starting his professional debut, he actually has more attention on him than when I first started, which I've paved the way for him and a lot of other fighters as well, especially here in the South, and especially here in the state of Alabama.
Speaking of paving the way, Vander Holyfield, what does he mean to you as a boxer?
Oh man, Vander Holyfield is an outstanding guy, man. He's definitely a A1 guy. I remember years ago, before I became a champion in the Olympics, Vander said, I don't know what this kid's gonna do in the Olympics, but he's definitely the next heavyweight champion of the world. And here I am, and he's still pulled for me. He's still a stand-up guy when it comes to me. He's never changed on me.
I had to ask. I asked him, him in your prime, him in his prime, and you in your prime.
Y'all have to ask these questions, don't you? And y'all already know what my mentality, what I would say. So I'm gonna let y'all answer that question for me, because you already know what I would say.
Very good. Now you met the president. What do you think about the president, Trump, and would you ever serve as his bodyguard? I see you retired there.
Well, Trump, I've told people in person, I've figured this out. Just spending some good time with him in his quarters. Us, the group that we had together, man. Trump, as a person, he's a great guy. He's an outstanding. He try to be funny all the time, make you laugh, and just say things at the top of it. It's so funny. We had a great time in there with him. But of course, in office, he needed a little help. We all know he needed a little help in office and the things that that goes about. We see it. It's as clear as day. But it's tough. It's tough, especially dealing with politics. I don't want to get too much involved in it. I'm just gonna speak my piece of that and leave it at that.
You met Sly Stone. Are you gonna be in the next Rocky movie?
Hey, to be continued. Hey, if you see me on there, don't be surprised. Let's put it like that.
Did you like him? What was he like in person?
He's a great guy. Everybody's great people, just laid back. Sylvester Stallone is an outstanding guy. He loves boxing. He lives it. He eats it. I actually learned something about him. I didn't know that. He actually used to get in the ring and spar some of the the greats back in the day. So he's definitely educated on boxing. He understands the sport. I always used to base him off the Rocky video. I'm like, nah, man, how y'all gonna build a whole city surrounded by a false tale, of a guy that wasn't actually a fighter. I used to say that all the time. But to see him actually get in the ring gave me a little bit more respect for him, because a lot of people talk about this business, but they'll never get in it. They'll never sacrifice their body. They'll never sacrifice their head getting hit in. And he actually been there multiples of times with many champions. So my hat goes out to him. He's an outstanding guy.
And the pardon of Jack Johnson, was it well overdue?
Ah, man, come on, man. You be the judge of that. 90 some plus years, it was definitely well overdue. And I had to be there. Jack Johnson was the first black American heavyweight champion of the world. He also held the WBC. It was only right for the past, which was Lennox Zoo Lewis, and the current champion, which is Deontay Wilder, to be there and participate in this pardon. It was a pleasure for me to do that, to be among history again. I set history each and every time. It seemed like I do things, and I've done it again. I can say that when they had the pardon for Jack Johnson, I can say I was there. My kids can tell the story that my father was there, along with a lot of other great things that I'm about to accomplish up in this sport. So, man, I'm just blessed, man. This is a magical year. This is the year of the 33, man. This is a magical year. Everything I'm doing is manifested. Like I said it would. Everything I spoke. Like I said, I speak it, believe it, receive it. And it's just like that. So,
Joshua, Team Water put a good offer on the table.
Man.
He and Eddie Hearn balked.
Man.
All back in their court, but the public's going to demand it. It's got to happen. Right?
yeah, it'll definitely happen. That's for sure. That's one of these things that we have to worry about. Is it gonna happen? You know, right now we're just working on the two most powerful things in life, and that's patience and time. And so, you know, time is of a virtue, and you know, we chilling. We're waiting. We just staying patient. We know it's gonna happen. It's ordained. It's meant. It's meant to happen. My grandma. Yeah.
If it's location where you find them anywhere?
It doesn't matter. I mean, like I said, I'll go to the UK. You know, it's nothing. You know, my whole career been based off of me traveling and making my opportunities. You know, opportunities just didn't come to me. And if it did came to me, it was very small throughout my whole life. You know, I used to have people hate on me when I ain't had nothing. But it's been like that throughout my whole life. I never understand why I had to go through so much trials and tribulations to get to a certain specific spot. You know, but in the midst of it all, knowing that when I get there, when I make, you know, once I got there, I knew that it was all for a reason. You know, God don't make no mistakes upon us, and I'm just grateful and I'm thankful for everything I've been through to be able to take care of my family and my children, to see my children grow up. You know, now it's my brother's turn to live out his legacy. He got a story of his own as well too, because a lot of people done him wrong in his career. You know, my brother's supposed to have already been in the league right now. You know, but a lot of people done him wrong. They did him dirty, and he got his own story to tell. So I'm looking forward to seeing him become victory tonight, to have a victory tonight, and we move on.